What's good, people? Thank you as always for passing by the channel. Much appreciated. Hit that subscribe button if you guys are new. To everyone that responded and took part in the Q&A, thank you very, very much. The response was fantastic. I'm used to doing 5-minute videos, so for me to do an hour, it means I enjoyed it. I really did. Some of the questions were hilarious, especially the one about Serena Williams and Naomi Campbell. So again, if you've not watched it, if you've just come to watch a Billy Joe Saunders video, go and check it out on my channel. It's a Q&A. If you like the longer videos, I mean, you don't get much longer than an hour, so feel free to enjoy it. This will be the last couple of times you see the green chair. I am off to South Africa tomorrow morning. I say tomorrow morning, I don't know when this video is going to go up, but I'm off to South Africa Tuesday morning. I'm there for a month working, so I can't wait, sorry, to get out there and start working. It's almost been like a holiday since I've been here, so it'll be good to go back to work and do what I do. All right, let's talk Billy Joe Saunders, Demetrius Andrade. Obviously, we don't want to repeat all the backstory, but just to clarify what happened, they were supposed to fight in Boston. Billy Joe Saunders tested positive for a performance-enhancing drug. The British Boxing Board of Control, just to clarify, did say that drug was okay, but VADA and WBO said absolutely not. So he got stripped. Sorry, he vacated before he got stripped. Subsequently got removed, I thought, from the rankings, and I will go back to that, and was banned for 6 months, right? That was then. Now, Demetrius Andrade's mandatory, Billy Joe Saunders, right? Eddie Hearn mentioned it the other day. The WBO president has now mentioned it as well, that Billy Joe Saunders is the mandatory to face Demetrius Andrade. So that fight looks like it will happen next for Demetrius Andrade. Strange. There is a lot of negative there, but before we talk about the negative, let's talk about the positive. And there is a lot of positive. For me, it's a fantastic matchup. You've got two guys that are in the top 6, right? They're in the top 6. I think you have the top 3. So Canelo, GGG, Jacobs, and then I think you've got a 3 after that in Billy Joe Saunders, Demetrius Andrade, and Charlo. The reason I have those 3 below those 3 is because I think I want to see those 3 mix up with one of the guys from the top 6. They haven't done that yet, right? So even though Danny Jacobs lost, I think we all saw the performance against GGG. So I think that alone puts him within that top 3 for me. That's why I like this fight so much. We get to see 2 guys within the top 6 wanting to prove something. They want to prove that they are within that top 3 bracket. And I guess the winner will probably enter that top 3 bracket. Probably will do, right? And move one of those guys out. Possibly Jacobs, especially if they fight before Jacobs fights Canelo. So it is a fantastic matchup. For Billy Joe Saunders, it's time to get serious. It really is time to get serious. He's not 22 anymore. He's not 22. Billy Joe Saunders, for me, clearly looks like he doesn't live the life. Again, I'm not around him. I don't know. But just in terms of the way and how much weight he puts on between fights, he doesn't look like he lives the life for me. And look, you get away with doing that at fringe world level. At fringe world level, you're going to get away with it just based on your ability. And he has a lot of ability. When you step up to the high table, the big boys, you get found out. You get found out. I think we saw that on the weekend with Adrian Broner. And I'm not comparing the two. I don't think Billy Joe Saunders is anything like Broner in terms of what he does outside the ring. But we saw Broner, who doesn't live the life, easily beat the fringe guys, right? Not easily, but beat the fringe guys. Every time he stepped up to the elite table, lost. Garcia, Maidana, Porter, and Pacquiao. And I don't want Billy Joe Saunders to have to go through that. I want Billy Joe Saunders, if he's going to lose because the other guy's better, not because you didn't put your work in. And that's what scares me. When you look at the other top guys in that division, I don't think I've ever seen any of them out of shape, even when they're not fighting. Charlo always looks in shape, always does. Danny Jacobs, show me a photo where Danny Jacobs doesn't look in shape. Might put on the muscle, but I've never ever seen him out of shape where you see a fat face and a fat belly. GGG, never, nor Canelo, and nor Demetrius Andrade. So those guys live the life. If Billy Joe Saunders doesn't be the best Billy Joe Saunders he can be, he can't beat those guys. He can't, because all of them have ability. Billy Joe Saunders isn't somehow Muhammad Ali. All of these guys have ability, so he's got to be the best he can be to beat them. If he's the best he can be, he's got a great chance. If not, I just don't see it. Honestly, I just don't see it. Again, it's just because this is the elite level now. We're not talking, no disrespect to these guys, we're not talking Chris Eubank Jr., we're not talking David Lemieux, we're not even talking Andy Lee. We're talking top middleweights. Strong, big punching, skillful middleweights. So that's my only concern for Billy Joe Saunders. For Demetrius Andrade, it's almost a chance for validation, right? He wouldn't have wanted to win the belt the way he won the belt. And it's almost a case of, yes, you're world champion, but because you didn't beat the man, he's not getting the credit, right? He's had 2 okay performances, one in winning the belt and then obviously a cave of weekend gone. I didn't think he looked that good. I have to be honest with you, I didn't think he looked impressive. And if I'm Billy Joe Saunders watching that performance at home, nothing scares me. So for Demetrius Andrade, although he's calling out GGG and Canelo, he has a lot to prove. And I honestly do believe, depending upon when the fight's made, the winner of this fight could fight the winner of Jacobs Canelo. So the prize on offer is more than just a title shot. The prize on offer is literally red panty night, right? Because we know you fight Canelo, I mean, your basic's going to be $10 to $15 million. So it's a massive opportunity for both. Let's talk about the negative. And there is some negative. And I just gave you the positive. Look, great fight. Happy for Billy Joe Saunders. Happy for Demetrius Andrade. An important fight for the division. But there is some negative as well. Billy Joe Saunders tested positive for a performance-enhancing drug in October. Was it October when their fight was supposed to happen? So he probably tested in September or August. He got stripped, or he vacated, but he got stripped. I don't know if he got fined, but again, he lost out on the purse that he was going to get, well over $1 million. He got banned 6 months by the WBO. How the fuck is Billy Joe Saunders mandatory? How? I mean, how is this even a punishment? How is this a punishment? I mean, this drug thing in boxing is almost comical. It's actually, I start to use that word a lot because it's getting to the stage where it's almost, I don't know, I expect Laurel and Hardy to turn up somewhere. It's laughable now. I watch athletics a lot. I know a few of you guys do. If you get caught cheating in athletics, if you get caught cheating running the 100 meters, I mean, you're not hitting someone, you're just running straight in a straight fucking line. I mean, you're talking 4 years, you're talking 2 years. Boxing, 6 months. I can almost imagine the conversation that the WBO president had with Billy Joe Saunders and Frank Warren. I can imagine it because no one seemed outraged. I didn't see many articles or responses from Billy Joe Saunders livid about having to vacate his belt. Did you? I didn't. So I can almost imagine the conversation. It must have gone something like this. Look, Billy, Varda said you popped for something. Look, you popped. This is what we'll do. This is what we'll do. We'll get Demetrius Andrade to fight that kid from Namibia who's got no chance. And then we'll get him one more against Akavov, that kid you fought. Then you'll be next, right? Just go away, be quiet, be silent, maybe have a little fight if you can, and then we'll give you the next shot. And Billy's like, all right, I'll take that deal. What a deal. What a deal. For Billy Joe Saunders not to have been removed from the rankings completely and have to start again, it is a joke. It's a joke. For me, if you piss hot, which he did, you should start again. You have to go at least to number 10. That's the minimum for me. Go to 10th and then have to work your way up. What does this do for anyone that wants to cheat? I mean, what message does this send out, right? What does it send out? You can have a fight in Britain, which he did, on the undercard of Frampton Warrington, and then we'll give you a shot next. It serves no message to drug cheats whatsoever. And to be fair, us fans are a big problem as well. We don't care. And I've said this on my Q&A, we don't give a shit. It's almost forgotten that Canelo cheated. And now that he beat up Rocky Fielding and is fighting Danny Jacobs, everyone's like, oh, everyone's forgot that he cheated twice and got popped twice last year. Forgotten. I said this about Tyson Fury as well. When Tyson Fury tested positive for a stimulant in the lead up to the rematch with Vladimir Klitschko. Forgotten. I don't think it's even mentioned. And now Billy Joe Saunders looks like he's going to fight Demetrius Andrade and everyone's excited. I've seen the messages on Twitter. Everyone's like, you're praising him, like, go on, get your belt back. In my head, I'm thinking, wait a minute. You cheated in October. I mean, no. Again, I'm split on this because in one sense, I'm happy to see a good boxing match. But in the second sense, I'm like, how are you mandatory? If it was a situation where it was a voluntary, then I get it, right? Because Demetrius Andrade would want to fight the guy he was supposed to fight. So if Demetrius Andrade was fighting him on a voluntary, I don't think I'd even make this video. But how the hell do you get banned by the WBO for 6 months and then become a mandatory? I don't know. It's almost as though like they've pressed pause on your rankings rather than remove. It's almost like they've pressed pause. The 6 months will be over soon and they've unpaused it. Mind-boggling. But guys, what do you think? What do you think about the fight, first and foremost? Who are you picking? I know a lot of you will pick Billy Joe Saunders just because we are British and we are a bit biased. You are going to be a little bit biased. I have it as a 50-50 fight. Again, if Billy Joe Saunders doesn't come in shape, and I mean start the camp in shape. Remember when I said Broner actually started with a pot belly? So I don't want you to go in camp to lose weight. For me, going in camp is to sharpen your tools. And I see a lot of boxers going to camp to get in shape, which doesn't make any sense to me. But if he can go into camp in some sort of shape and then sharpen his tools in camp, I do think he is a better boxer than Demetrius Andrade, which is saying a lot because Demetrius Andrade, is he an Olympic gold medalist? He's a southpaw. So it's a fantastic fight between two brilliant boxers, two guys that, again, for me, are not in the top three, but want to get there. And there's a good chance they can. Danny Jacobs isn't young anymore, nor is GGG. So there's a good chance that they could be the foes to really tackle Canelo. But again, Billy Joe Saunders, please, God, come in shape. Please. Thank you.